up? Welcome to the Jusballout podcast. I'm Jusnix.
I'm J Redd.
And, the new season is here upon us, man. We had to add some new flavor to the team. My guy, Artie, man. Welcome.
Appreciate you. I'm here. I'm excited. This is going to be a lot of fun. The NBA season is around the corner, so I can't wait to dive in.
Yeah, that's what's up. Cuz, man, how you feeling, baby?
I'm feeling good. First of all, welcome my guy, my brother, man. My guy, Art Dog. We got my guy, Art Dog, on the pod with us, man. He knows.
Funny side story real quick. We used to live together.
Yeah.
About 5 years ago. We used to sit up watching ball every day with each other, just like all the debate shows going back and forth. So, this would be just like old times.
Yep, of course I was winning those debates, you know what I'm saying?
Never.
I'm happy that guy on here though, man. He come with his perspective. So, y'all go hear him, y'all go see him, man.
I'm about to put y'all on game right quick, add some flavor to it and set everybody right. So we all good.
But yeah, cuz I'm excited. First and foremost, I got to go to my Lake Show boys. Year 19 for the King, for GOAT James. You know what I'm saying? Still looking good at year 19. We switched back to number 6. You know what I'm saying? So we going to go get two jerseys retired there at Staples because we going to bring the ship back to the Staples Center this year. You can mark that early on. I'm letting y'all know in preseason. Brown to be getting ring number 5. Melo get his first ring. Russ come home, get your LA ring. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my
sounds good.
I'm happy though. We healthy. I'm happy we loaded up. I like the roster. I know we old, but I like the roster. I'm excited about Malik Monk, man. I don't think nobody talking about him enough. I'm excited about that young boy over there with us, man. But I like the Bulls, man. I like a bunch of teams, man. I like a bunch of rookies. I'm really loving the young talent coming into the league. So I'm excited to have the NBA back, man. It's my favorite time of year.
For sure. Right. So I know we was talking about earlier, man. For those that's just been tuning into the world today, man. The fight last night. If you didn't tune in, it was a classic. I don't know if y'all peeped that out, that Wilder versus Fury, the trilogy that ended last night. That was a hell of a fight, man.
Fury, when you say it ended, it's really over. Right. No more fights, no more full fights, nothing, no more rematches. Right. It's done. It's done.
It's a wrap. It's a wrap. It brought us right into football Sunday, man, so we can enjoy that, man. But last night I ain't had too much expectations for it because I kind of figured Wilder would lose because
crazy.
I just don't think my man really his boxing stance don't even give me the
confidence that he's gonna win.
Nah, bro, it just ain't give it to you, man. You know what I'm saying? So
Fury is like a video game villain. You hit him, you knock him down, and you hit him as hard as you can, and he don't stay down. He's not hurt. He gonna get back up. Big guy, very big guy. So you don't play boxing, but that was a rough way to go. But I'm glad he didn't quit. That was the main thing. He did quit. He went out on his shield. So what more could you? That's your man's though. Wilder, your man. You said he was cold.
I am a Wilder fan, so
to this day,
right? To this day, right?
Right now, you could talk.
You said he was gonna beat Joshua, but
Joshua's scared to fight him. So
come on, man.
Don't bring him up. He just lost too. Don't bring Anthony Joshua up. He just lost too.
That's my whole thing.
On his own 2 feet.
We gonna transition out of boxing because neither one of us is experts, but we know this ball. We know this ball. We know this basketball. So bringing in Artie, man, I think Artie brings a lot to the table as far as checking us with facts and making sure that we going in the right direction with this with the Ball Out podcast. And for his first lead-in topic, tell us about this Ben Simmons situation, Artie. What's going on with that?
It's a disgruntled superstar. You remember playing the video games growing up, and they finally give you the GM option, and player relationship, player interest, and if you put him on the trade block, he pissed. He don't want to resign with you. All of that. So Ben Simmons said once they kind of made him available in trades, Ben just kind of checked out. He said, "Y'all don't want me anymore." So it's kind of a lot of different ways you can look at it, but Ben right now isn't reporting to the Sixers. He hasn't come to a practice preseason game. He's losing about $230,000 a practice that he doesn't show up to, and then that's going to transition to the regular season. 400,000 plus a night he's going to lose if he's not suiting up and he's still on the Sixers roster. So it seems like it's a problem for everybody. And I was talking with Jordan the other day, is this an NBA problem? Is this an ownership problem? Is this just a Sixers problem? Because they wouldn't have bought it the wrong way. So what do y'all think? Because I think, when you sign a contract, unless they do something outside of that contract, I don't think putting you on a trade block is, brooms for not showing up to work. So, yeah, I'm sure we didn't been somewhere and felt undervalued. But does Ben Simmons have a point? Is he quitting on his team, or do you kind of take the business side of it and understand and say, I get them, they don't want me. So what do y'all think?
Man, he not quitting on his team, in my opinion. I get what you saying. You sign a contract. I know, it's
4 years still left. 4 years, 140.
It's sports. He a professional. I get it, But at the same time, man, I can't, it's hard to ignore the context. You got your other superstar over there in Embiid. He taking little shots at you, throwing shade. They ask your head coach, Doc Rivers, directly, head on, face to face in the media. Can you win a championship with Ben Simmons? He don't even have his superstar back. I don't care if he believes it in his head or not. He's supposed to answer that. Yes, absolutely, we can. He said, I don't know. Well, I mean, what I'm saying? Then y'all put me on the trade block. Then the GM not good enough to make good trade offers that people actually want. So y'all lose leverage.
Right.
So now y'all want to come back and act like, no, we was just playing, Ben. We can win with you. No, you just said you couldn't win with me. Now all of a sudden you can win with me. It's like, man, when you go out there in the world and you just getting talked about, you want to come home. That's your safe place, home to your wife, your family. You want to come home. Ben got killed in the media, people booing him.
Is it justifiable though?
He went
against
home.
The Sixers. He shot 45 times in 7 games.
He wasn't safe at home. But all right, this is what I'm saying. In a relationship, when you going through your toughest time, that's when you need your person the most. That is not
you Mark.
That is not
like what?
You in a relationship and you going through tough times. That's when you need your partner the most. Ben Simmons and Philadelphia Sixers in a relationship. Ben, he hit the wall last year. It was, I get what you're saying. It's fair criticism. He hit the wall.
I got a timeout on you right now. I got a timeout on you right now. Because you talking about hitting the wall. This man been hitting the wall for 4 straight years.
I disagree.
So I don't understand. This is my thing, man. Honestly, in my opinion, cuz I think it goes both ways. I don't think it's the organization's fault. I think it's both of them. It's just both of them all in one whole.
They handle poorly.
To me personally, somebody is just not being real in the locker room for one. And then for my thing is
that's fact.
I know Rich Paul likes to, G-check deals or whatever. And you know what I'm saying? Because that's basically what he's been doing for the last couple of years. But my whole thing is bro, you a professional at the end of the day. Regardless of what's going on, bro, you making 30 a year. I don't care. You making 30 a year, bro. At least John Wall pulling up. You know what I'm saying? At least just James Harden, at least he pulled up. Pull up.
Yeah.
Be a professional. At least say you hurt your foot or something.
Right. Something. Just don't quit.
Don't just not pull up. That's just not professional to me, bro. That's my only thing. Everybody in this world got a job to do. The grocery man, you know what I'm saying? The bagger got to get the bags. The cashier got to be the cashier. The manager got to be the manager. Sometimes they don't even want to, they don't want to get on you, but they got to get on you. You remember when you worked that supervisor job, J Redd?
Yeah, I hated it.
You hated it, bro. But guess what? Guess what they said? They said you was the coolest supervisor ever, bro. Because Cause you kept it a buck with people, bro. And I don't understand, like, what are the conversations these people having? Like, for one, yeah, Joel made some comments, but this was after the fact. This was almost after the fact that he didn't already
You
went through this.
played bad.
You didn't play, no, but even just that. It's just the fact that, like, bro, we done went through this whole training camp. You ain't pulled up. You ain't saying nothing to us. That's disrespectful, bro.
He was even saying
bit.
little stuff though after the game last year in the playoffs. Like, I mean, I thought we had a guy who was going, like, come on, bro.
Well, both of them is young.
But then that goes to coaching though. Like your coach should be able to, and like Nick said, that's everybody's fault because your coach should be able to put those fires out. Your ownership should be able to put those fires out. So it's like you said, it's been handled because when Ben played so bad, the staff, front office, they just reacted so negatively. Like you said, they didn't really have his back and then
That's all I'm
immediately
saying.
put him up. But if you're a GM on another team, are you trading for Ben Simmons and then this happens again? So now what do? Obviously, you might have his back in the media or whatever, but are you looking to maybe move him better, get the best value out of your asset? Because if I'm a GM, that's first. Am I getting the best return for what I'm paying for? And Ben Simmons, what he's I know it's some guys out there with some ridiculous contracts, but for what he's making, he needs to step it up. And I'm sure he knows that as well.
I mean, one thing I will say, Art, is that honestly, his time has ran its course there, because I mean, honestly, it's just, you can see the camaraderie is not there, for one.
Yeah.
And then I think Doc Rivers as a coach, I mean, you even see from the championships that he won, and just, I think he's better fit for a more veteran team. Like, he's a player's coach. He's a player's coach. He doesn't understand why you didn't show up. He's not X's and O's type of coach. He's a motivator. And my thing is, like, with Ben needs some X's and O's because he has some defects to his game. And you got to be able to work around that. And I mean, it's clear as day that even when they started the season, when Doc got over there, it was clear as day that he was going into Joel. This is what we doing. We're going to Joel. We playing inside out.
As he should.
As he should, because he the one producing. But
right,
Ben Simmons, that it doesn't work anymore. But I still feel like Ben needs to be a professional and show up until they get to a point where they can make a move. I mean, yeah, it kind of goes both ways too, because it'd be like, why pull up? Because if you don't want me to be here, I shouldn't be here. And
when have we ever seen this before? When have we seen, not forget a superstar, any player that has been at this level and has 4 years left on his deal and then just says, no, I'm not. They don't want me in that.
But didn't Kawhi do that?
Well, he ruled himself out, or his Uncle Dennis ruled himself out with an injury that kept him away from the team. But yeah, right. But I mean, as far as everybody's concerned, because Ben keeps uploading YouTube videos of him shooting splashing threes and stuff. That's what I think is inciting more people than anything. When are we gonna see this in the game?
That's where I kind of stand at on it though. Ben's still young enough that he gonna turn this around. Like, I ain't gave up on Ben yet. Even with the glaring elephant, the glaring hole, the big elephant in the room in his game, that his jump shot, he's still like a 17, 8, and 9 guy. He's still young, 24.
Great defender.
Great defender, 6'10", ball handle, great in transition. He gonna dunk. He finished right and left around the rim, layups, got all type of touch, hooks, floaters. He can pass it with the best of them. And he's not, like, you can see he do make some little 18-foot jump shots in the summers. It's some mental. He might need to talk to a sports psychologist or something, but I ain't gonna give up on him. I think, like, he can still, in years to come and very soon, near future, like, he's gonna figure this out.
But do you think it's a stain that he doesn't even want to show up and confront the elephant in the room, that everybody's disappointed in his production? You've heard him mention before, I didn't play well, but he just needs to come out and say, look, y'all, I'm not contributing. I'm not getting our team over the hump. We should have beat the Atlanta Hawks in the playoffs last year.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's on me because Embiid was on one leg, still out there dominating.
No, for
And
sure.
Ben Simmons is just shooting the ball 45 times in 7 games. So at some point, you got to own up to it. Like, look, this is on me. I'm gonna show up. If they want to move me, I understand. But hey,
When
at the
have
end of
we
the day,
seen that though, Art? I don't like.
a, a,
I
a
don't think
player just coming
people
out saying,
like
it's
if
on.
they want to move me, like that leave a bad taste in a lot of people, especially the younger superstars. You know what I'm saying? Who
Bro,
ain't been
this
around.
business though, bro.
I get it, but it's like that don't mean I gotta be happy about it. Like I am still a human. I know I make a lot of money, but I don't have to like what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? They didn't just come out and say, Ben, you need to improve. Let's do this. They really flat out said, I don't know if we can win with him. We don't want him. You know what I'm saying? So that's a little bit different of a conversation. Like that's
it rubs off on
directly
them.
in the
Like
face. Yeah.
like we giving up on you, but now it's to the point where they're throwing out such ridiculous trade offers. It's almost like they don't want to trade Ben because it's like they're not trying.
But
So
see,
that's
I don't think it. But Art, I don't think it's just. Let's just be frank. Like people are at this point, Rich Paul on the phone. You know what I mean? And that's not a good sign when your agent got a call.
Yeah.
And you a superstar.
Yeah.
He trying to put deals together for you. So I mean, like I said, it's at the end of the day, it comes down to the Sixers not keeping it real with him and just having that man conversation, and Ben Simmons not keeping it real with himself and knowing that he needs to improve and he need to own up to some of his stuff too. You know what I'm saying? So this is something that I thought that we possibly could do since we've been hearing all these different trade offers. I thought we would probably come up with our own trade scenarios. For one, I think, in my opinion, I think a good fit for him was somebody that loves experiments. I would like to see him over with the Spurs because I think the Spurs will be a good. Ben Simmons is honestly, what you're gonna get out of him every night, even in the regular season. He plays hard. Even if he can't make a jump shot or whatever, he's gonna play great defense. You know what I'm saying? He gonna make sure his team is involved. So he's a good basketball player. I just think he needs to be in a different environment. And I think the Spurs is a great. I think he'd be able to, build off Pop. And they have a lot of assets that can help Philly too. So I think it would be a win-win on both sides. And what I was proposing is maybe a Jacob Poeltl, DeJounte Murray, and maybe a Lonnie Walker or a Derek White in there for a 3 for Ben Simmons in the draft pick.
That would be realistic if that's what Philly was realistically expecting. Because I mean, they want 3 first rounds and 2 players and all type of. I will disagree a little bit because I think obviously shooting is his elephant in the room, but I think it's more so just being aggressive on offense in general. Like forget the jump shooting. He's also such a bad free throw shooter. He doesn't even like he doesn't even like attacking the basket, which is a problem. Because that's his strength. He's 6'10", ultra athletic, can get to the cup, even if people are playing him off the jump. I think he needs to go somewhere where scoring, I guess, wouldn't be an emphasis for him. So I think the perfect place would be Golden State if he gets to switch in Draymond Green's position. Because playing with Steph and Clay, and they got.
Though, Artie.
What you mean?
He's interfering with the flow of what they already do. They already got somebody that does that. You know what I mean?
But he would be an upgrade.
Yeah, but why? What's an upgrade from a guy that already won you championships doing that? How's that an upgrade?
Because Ben can at least beat his guy. No, Ben can beat his guy. He has the ability to create a mismatch or beat somebody off the dribble, or if he has somebody I don't feel like Draymond can really create from being a mismatch with whoever they put on him. So, it's like
I feel you.
You watch Golden State games. Nobody even guards Draymond. It's like it's ridiculous that an all-star player, they don't even guard the guy.
Don't do that, man, like that, man. Come
Oh,
on.
I listen. Draymond's a Spartan, man, so I always got love for him.
He didn't put his work in, man. What you got, J Redd?
Hey, man, my trade is I'm not just saying this because I'm from here. No. Well, hold on. Before I even get to my trade, of course you want to send Ben to go to state. You always want to low step up help.
Man,
I don't think I lost.
Stop it.
Man, I didn't lose that explanation.
Steph will get him right.
My trade, even though I'm not a huge I'm not just saying that because I'm from here and I'm not like a huge Piston fan. I do root for him. But I think Ben Simmons to Detroit would be all right. Like, I think that works. You know, I've seen the Pistons name been attached to him a few times. And just thinking about that, man, I would like to see that. I think you can basically, I'm looking at the numbers, man. Any trade, you know, with the Sixers, Jeremy Grant would have to be included in. So I think Jeremy Grant, and if I'm the Pistons, I try not to dip into my young core. So I was thinking like Kelly Olynyk, and then you can still give them a protected. You can give them. Why not?
They could take Killian Hayes, Jeremy Grant,
part of the young core. So if you have,
he can go.
Sixers are gonna ask for everybody not named Cade Cunningham off the top.
Honestly, everybody not named Cade can go though. You know.
Yeah, honestly,
they can.
Yeah.
I'm just telling y'all my package.
No, hold on, no. They can't get Sadiq Bey. Sadiq Bey stays.
Gone.
Man,
they call me. They call me and say we got Ben Simmons on the phone.
Yep.
You sound like those Miami Heat fans that wasn't trying to trade Tyler Hero for James Harden back.
That's not a conflict though. Is that not a conflict though? Cade Cunningham and Ben, they both need the ball in their hands.
No, I think Ben needs a reality check about what type of player he is.
Don't think they both need the ball in their hands?
I think they can be effective together. I think.
How?
You know, it's hard for me to say. We ain't even seen Cade play an NBA game yet.
I mean, but you know what he bringing to the table. That's the.
Well, here's the thing. Here's one way I look. Here's one way I present it to you. Here's one way I present it to you.
You said Ben ain't gotta have the ball.
No, I said Cade ain't gonna have it every play. Killian gonna have it some. Cade gonna be off the ball some.
Go ahead.
All right. Swap, you know what I'm saying? Put Ben there. Cade can still play off the ball.
How much do you think Cade and potentially Greek Freak, you think they could play together? And I know people hate this comparison with Giannis and Ben Simmons, but I think obviously Giannis is a little bigger, maybe a little more athletic, but I think the main difference in their game is just aggressiveness.
Mentality.
And, you know, so I think if Chris Middleton and Giannis can play just fine with each other, I don't see how Ben, because you can, at the end of the day, you can't do this by yourself. And maybe Ben hasn't realized that yet, but Ben going somewhere and being the star of the team smells like lottery to me. I'm sorry. As much as I love Ben, if that's who's leading your team, lottery.
I don't know, Art. I think he still sneak you into a playoffs because at the end of the day, bro, the dude still is a freak of nature as far as an athlete. And he can create stuff for your team. I just like if you got a different set of players on this team, like I think Philly never did a good job with you know, the extra guys that they had. They never really had good depth to me. You know what I mean? Like,
really? I mean, even with Tobias and when they had
starting
Jimmy,
five though. That's your starting five.
Okay, you talking about the depth? Okay.
Yeah, I'm talking about the depth. Like Shake Milton is cool, but like, can you give me another one? Like, we got to see how Tyrese Maxey is going to be. Is he going to like take that step forward of like we need like I'll give you a perfect example. I feel like my favorite coach in the NBA right now is Mike Malone. I just love him the way he the way he coaches. He you know, he empowers his players to me. I feel like, and everybody like gets a chance. Like even like and then everybody has a role. Like everybody understands their role. Like you always got to be looking for the next Monte Morris's. You know what I'm saying? Like you had Campazzo. Even
Jordan favorite player.
Even Marcus Howard, was it Marcus Howard? Yeah, Marcus Howard from Marquette.
From Marquette,
came in and played good. Like I just think like you got wherever he goes, you gotta have some good depth, man. I think Philly just didn't do a good job with like having good depth. Like it's just like Yeah, like once we go to the bench, who are we going to? You know what I'm saying? So we going Shake Milton. What's my man name? The shooter.
Fork Miles.
Fork Mine. Yeah, Cork Mine's
Yeah.
like, come on, like he cool, but that's
Yeah.
Mike
No.
Scott. Like, come on, man. Come on. Come on, man.
Hey, Ben, K, Killian, who else? They got big Isaiah Stewart. I'm not saying there's no
If
world beat.
I was a GM, I'm not trading for Ben Simmons though. And like, because we talked about it, because Indiana, they wanted Brogdon and Karis LeVert. And I said I wouldn't give Karis LeVert straight up for Ben Simmons. And Jordan called me crazy,
I
but
think you tripping. Karis for being
how,
swap. I'm taking Ben.
I'm taking Ben for sure.
Yeah, I'm taking Ben.
Sure.
And I'm not trying to not
that fit both sides.
Karis. I really love Karis' game, but I'm taking Ben there. You talk
yeah,
about
but now you look at Indiana without Brogdon and Karis LeVert and just Ben Simmons
They
and
can't
Sabonis.
send both. They're not gonna send
I was
both.
about to say I said no to the both players though. I did say no to the both players, but Karis for Ben, I'm taking. Karis in a pick, I'm taking.
They can give me Karis, Jeremy Lamb, and somebody else. Like maybe another little big or something, or a pick or something.
Jordan, you said it best. The points eventually the amount of money you pay somebody eventually has to translate into something.
True. So you need, Ben, we love everything you give us, but we giving you max money. So we need you to help us in the points category too. Some of that max money is allotted for points. We only got a certain amount of budget. The scoring got to come from something. We didn't get you, this amount of the budget. We need some of that scoring to come from you. I get it. But
yeah.
I'm glad you said it. That basically explains this whole segment.
No, really,
right.
Really,
you just said explains this whole segment. So I don't want to hear nothing else about this no more, man. We done with this topic.
You're right.
And we back to the podcast. After intense discussion about Ben Simmons, we're gonna take it to our next segment, which we want to talk about some of the teams that improved during the offseason. And the question I want to propose to y'all is, which non-playoff team from last year's playoffs takes a step forward? And basically we each pick a team that didn't make the playoffs, and looking at the East, I think it's probably pretty much set, unless New York doesn't show the same promise, or Atlanta doesn't show the same promise. Washington probably would be the only team that's on the on the shaky side, but I'm gonna take my pick over to the Western Conference. I believe I know Artie's going to pick the Warriors for sure, but I think Memphis Grizzlies, I think they fall out the playoffs this year after I think they took a step backwards to me, in my opinion. I think Jonas Valanciunas was a key part to their success last year, especially after the All-Star break. He led the lead in double doubles, and he was a force down there. There was rumors that they didn't want to really pay him, the money that, he probably was expecting after having such a good season. And I just believe that, Sacramento takes their stance this year. I think De'Aaron Fox, he had a hell of a season last year. Luke Walton is not my favorite, but I feel like bringing in Davion Mitchell, I know he's a little guy, but I think, something that we don't talk about enough about about the game is, defense is a key part to, success and winning. And I believe that, even him being a rookie, I feel like some of his attributes are going to be contagious to some of the other players. And, I've been hearing nothing but great things, just from his teammates, from interviews and just reporters talking about him. I believe Sacramento in that 15-year drought and making it to the playoffs, man.
I got to disagree there.
What you got?
My pick is in the East. I just don't think Sacramento gonna get it done. I like De'Aaron Fox. I love him, actually. Huge De'Aaron Fox fan. Yeah. I like Halliburton. I even rock.
They can make it.
I don't know, Art.
They can make it.
Clippers didn't make
Clippers could fall because Kawhi Kawhi for sure probably ain't coming back. I'm gonna be real with you.
They're always like close, like right there at the almost making it in line because the West is always so stacked. So,
which is part of the reason why they're not gonna make it. The West probably got 7 for sure type. You know what I mean? And it's gonna be one race for 8th team for real.
So I'm saying out of those, there's only one spot for that 8th spot, and we looking at all the teams that didn't make the playoffs in the Western Conference. Look at all the teams. New Orleans didn't get better. The only team that we can actually only team that we can actually say that probably, you know, well, they should, since, you know, already Steph is, you know, top 5. Let me stop.
Let
me come on.
Curry is still top 5. No disrespect.
No ghost slander.
I don't want no smoke. I don't want no smoke. But look,
no ghost slander.
My whole thing is we don't even know if Clay gonna come back in time. We don't know how far they're gonna be backwards. The play-in does help. The
play-in definitely helps.
Well, and y'all side.
Don't say y'all. I'm not a Steph fan. I'm just saying it could hurt somebody, you know.
Okay.
Why are a Steph fan? Why did you just say that?
Why you say
I'm not a Warriors fan. I'm
about to say, bro, you literally think Steph is the GOAT.
You ain't had to put that out there.
Yeah, so keep in the comments, everybody.
Make your pick, J Redd. Did you make
it? Who your team?
I'm going East with it. I think Raptors can get in.
Oh my God. What?
Yep.
No.
Fred VanVleet, Gary Trent Jr., Siakam.
Oh.
You know, added Scotty Barnes.
OG looked really good last year.
OG Anunoby. You feel me? Like the Raptors can also wait. Pacers didn't make the playoffs last year, did they either?
Nope.
I think
lost in the play-in.
Yeah, I'd like the Pacers too. Hell, injuries killed them.
Let me ask you a question though. So let's say the number 4th team, New York, had 41 wins. Do you think, because I predict that Toronto's not going to make the playoffs, but I think they're still going to be competitive. I think they're still going to get about 40 wins. But I also, looking at last season's standings, you know, records was bad. You know what I mean? As far as like, you know, there wasn't even nobody had 50 wins in the Eastern Conference. So I just think they might be on the border. I think they get into a play-in game, but not the playoffs.
I don't know, man. You know, I like them. Gary Trent and Fred VanVleet. I like that backcourt. I know ain't nobody gonna really talk about it that much, but I think both are gonna be Gary Trent Jr. and Fred VanVleet.
Okay.
I like them. They both.
That's cool.
They both can fill it up.
You know what I mean? You got Goran Dragic coming off the bench.
You got Pascal Siakam, who's still good. You know, Scotty Barnes, he's doing his thing in preseason for him.
I'm a big fan of Boucher for sure.
Boucher, you know, OG Anunoby, man, they got, you know,
they got some pieces.
Got a chance, you know what I'm saying? That's my outside.
People almost forget that they won the finals 2 years ago. Obviously, Kawhi was a big reason, and Kyle Lowry, but Knicks, I actually disagree with you that I think the East is more open than the West, because the West is pretty much you're a really good team or you're just a lottery team. Like Oklahoma City, terrible. Houston, terrible. We like the pieces Houston has, but they're not going to win anything.
Yeah.
We like Minnesota. We like the T-Wolves, but they're not going to make the playoffs. The Spurs have finally gotten rid of everybody over 30. They're not going to make the playoffs. So we kind of know. I don't really want to count the Warriors as that, because we all know they're a playoff team.
They missed the postseason last year, so I don't know.
We can't because they had like, you know, their second best player didn't play last year, so that's not the Warriors. You know what I'm saying?
Still don't know when he coming back.
Yeah, I ain't playing.
Come back around Christmas time, but yeah, we got to see how he looks. Is he gonna be the same Clay? And you know that whole for. But my team is the Chicago Bulls. Actually, they pretty much gathered 3 more guys from not losing teams, but not winning environments either. DeRozan coming from a Spurs team that I think they crawled into the playing game, but lost their first playing game.
Right.
Book was traded from Orlando. They were, I think, 8 seeds or 7 seeds back-to-back years, got swept or gentlemen swept back-to-back years in the playoffs. So now they're all together with Zach LaVine. It's a lot of expectation on them because, I'm a big Zach fan, and I think this is his breakout year. I think he's better than what people think he is. And the only reason he's getting kind of looked over is because he hasn't been involved with winning lately. So with all them guys there, and the East is going to be a crapshoot, I think, because we don't even know what Philly's going to look like. In a couple weeks. Is Ben Simmons coming back? And not obviously we know Milwaukee and Brooklyn are going to be there, but Boston barely made the playoffs last year.
I don't think that happens again.
They don't have Kemba Walker now, so it's that they have Al Horford though, so it's going to be a different. But Chicago will most definitely. Matter of fact, I even go as far as to say they don't even play a play-in game. Chicago will be a top 6 seed in the East. You can count it.
But this is my question I'm gonna ask you though. Like, do they? So the Wizards for sure are not making the playoffs.
Yeah, I don't think so. They're done.
Okay.
Because they made the Russell kind of as great as Bradley Beal is. Russell kind of carried them to the playoffs. So
for sure,
yeah,
for sure.
Did Hornets make it? They
no.
They play-in game. They lost.
I was like, they was in the play-in though, right? Yeah. So I mean, we got to keep our eye out for them. Pacers injuries killed them. You got Brogdon, Karras, T.J. Warren, Sabonis, and Miles Turner. That's a good 5, man.
So
Karras, you was just slandering like 5 minutes ago. You said you weren't trading for Ben, but
it's not that just mean I think Ben cold, and I still see the potential there. That's no knock on Karras, but I'm taking that. Yeah.
So how we feel about the Knicks though?
Huh?
How we feel about the Knicks though?
I think the Knicks took advantage of what was a crazy year with COVID, and there was so many injuries in the playoffs and then before, because to me, they can't really score that well. Okay. They play defense. They had Tibbs. Tibbs gonna have them playing defense, and that's what their niche was. Like they're gonna come in and they're gonna win games by playing defense. But if everybody's back to full strength and healthy, you also got to be able to score some points too. And then will the Knicks be able to do that? So
they got
I'm with you.
And Evan Fournier over there this year too, though.
I mean, I ain't really saying
they 2 offensive players, guys. Kemba and Fournier, they was rocking with Julius Randle or die last year. So at least they got
Derrick
more.
Rose are dying in the playoffs.
And I mean, RJ was so far is looking like he's taking a little step forward. You know what I'm saying? He's looking good. Yeah, he has to. It was time for him. So he's looking a lot better this year. I mean, it's just preseason, but he's looking.
Miami gets Kyle Lowry this year too.
And they actually been looking all right this season. I mean, just looking at some of the preseason games, I see Tyler Hero is starting to, make his return because I mean last season wasn't his best.
Out of y'all picks, because you picked Sacramento and you picked Toronto, my team will definitely make the playoffs while y'all's will be like,
I tried to shake it up a little bit. You know what I mean?
And I knew he was gonna say Chicago already, so I didn't.
What he been talking about?
I knew he was gonna say Chicago already.
What you been talking about, man?
I'm gonna let Art have Chicago. I'm gonna think of somebody else. I kind of want to switch mine from Toronto to the Pacers though, because they 5 is crazy. I just named it.
Go with the Pacers. I mean, they got Rick Carlisle over there too.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, with Brogdon, Karras, T.J. Warren, Sabonis, Miles Turner, if they all healthy, that's a playoff. They like a top 4 seed if they all healthy in the East.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's gonna be interesting. I think even the Atlanta Hawks,
they still win to me though. I think even if they fall, I think they still gonna make the playoffs.
Yeah, I think they're gonna make the playoffs, but
I mean, eventually though, you're gonna have to start like somebody's gonna like fall into the playoff game. Somebody's gonna fall out of the playoff game.
Yeah,
that's my whole thing. Does the Celtics scale up or scale backwards? Because I mean, technically, did they even get any better? You know what I mean?
Are the Celtics better than the Bulls right now?
Man, that's tough. That's a good question.
I mean, we ain't seen the Bulls together for real yet, but on paper, probably not. No, you feel me?
You don't think they are? Are you saying you don't think the Celtics are better?
No, I'm taking the Bulls on paper is what I'm saying. Yeah. I don't think the Celtics are better.
For sure. Because I mean, I don't know. I just feel like Boston, like they need a playmaker.
They top heavy. Tatum, Brown.
Yeah, but
After that, they just to shake them up in a hat. You get what you get type stuff.
Even with them, it's just like you get your side, I get my side. You go 1-on-1.
Do y'all think that the NBA should adopt a model of just 16 teams making the playoffs instead of doing conferences? Just do the best
I
16
always
make
loved
it.
that. I always loved that, Art. I always felt like that was I just thought it would be more competitive too.
Yeah, I could agree with that because
I kind of like the conference thing.
Huh?
I kind of like the conference thing a little bit.
You like the conference thing? Because but sometimes it'd be feeling like, all right, does the Atlanta Hawks make it that far?
Bro, they just went to a conference finals though.
I feel you, but like through default though.
No, I mean they had to go out and win them games.
I mean, do the Bucks?
They did beat Philly.
Do the Bucks win the finals?
I mean, last year, depending on
does Phoenix get out the first round?
Yeah, if East and West teams are playing each other in the first round, we have a completely different outcome.
Oh man, crazy!
Because the matchups can be endless. So, but because of conferences and the same conferences LeBron got to dominate for a decade, it might be easier to make it in the East than it is the West. So,
Durant couldn't even make it to the finals. Bro. How is it?
Don't start that.
Durant couldn't get to the finals. He couldn't get over to the finals. It was a team with Durant, Kyrie, and Harden on it that fell short of the finals.
Bro, don't say
you're not even putting context into that, man.
Put some explanation behind your shit, bro. Like, God.
That's all.
Harden had 22, 9, and 9 in Game 7. I realized,
bro, he could run, man.
He could run, bro.
All right. Put it like this: you give LeBron with 22, 9, and 9 from Harden, and I bet we beat Milwaukee and we face the Phoenix Suns in the finals.
No,
hey,
absolutely.
What did Booker tell y'all at the end of the game? Now what? Brian, listen, man. Listen, Brian was hurt. I give him that disclaimer. He was hurt. But listen, man.
He also, once AD went down, we ain't had no 22, 9, and 9s. Brian would have loved the 22, 9, and 9.
Bro, you got to stop saying it like that.
Why? Harden gave him 22, 9, and 9. So a healthy
Harden. But it was like.
So they beat the Bucks?
With a healthy Harden?
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm talking about with that 22, 9, and 9.
Oh yeah, with Brian?
Yeah. The Bucks? No.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like how you just said that so confidently.
There's no question. He's shown it time and time again.
It's just crazy.
I'm not gonna act like the Milwaukee Bucks.
Not one time when Brown was in the East, not once.
You said what?
Giannis wasn't sniffing none of that when Brown was there. So it seemed like he thugging it when Brown gone. So it just seemed like the only thing is Brown.
All right. Well, it's a big year for Brian, man. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh yeah, let's go Sticks. Go James.
Tell him to put that headband back though.
Yeah, it's early, man. It's preseason.
But moving on, man. Let's talk about some of these rookies, man. Who has impressed y'all so far in preseason? For me, I didn't want to really go into the the real top picks, but like, cause sometimes somebody gave me somebody said something to me that I thought it was funny. It was like, man, all the teenagers go lottery picks, and then all the cats that was 3 years, 2 years, all American, all Big Ten, all Pac-12. They going in the second round, and it's like, you know what I'm saying? And they be way more polished when they get into and they actually be playing. Like my whole thing is with Jalen Green, I felt like he's a talented guy. He's a talented guard, but I just didn't feel like if he would have went to the Pistons, it would have been like he would have got 22 a night. We would have still sucked. It wouldn't have been no like improvement, like as far as the organization goes, because it's like how does
he get others? Does he make the others?
Yeah, does he make others better? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
No. Like Cade Cunningham was that type of guard that could fit what we needed at the time. So to say that, I feel like I've really been paying attention a lot to the kid from VCU that Denver picked up. Bones Highland, man. He was the
Shout out Bones.
I want to say he was a 20, was he the 26 pick in this year's draft. He just had a hell of a game. Like his last preseason game against Minnesota, he had 22 and had 18 in the third quarter, which is crazy. You know, to just be doing, you know, so early in these couple of games. And I think he's gonna get a lot of opportunities with Jamal Murray being out for at least the half of the season. So we're gonna see a lot of him. I mean, it's probably less minutes for Compazzo a little bit, but that's my dark horse pick, man. I like Bones, man.
Shout out Bones. He cold. I'll be debating with Art all the time. You know, Bones nice. You know.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of his. I got to watch him play the other day. He's it's like you were saying at first. You know, if they're not the 5-star prospect, McDonald's All-American, it's like people forget about draft prospects after the top 10, top 5, even first round. And if you do your due diligence, man, it's some gems sliding back there for sure. My pick is James Bouknight. He's about to be 21 years old, but
only 21.
I mean, right. To us, it's like, you know, now that we're all going in our 30s, we hear only 21, like, man, he's a baby, but these GMs, like, 21 is like a seasoned vet to them. Mm-hmm. So he probably could have went a little higher than maybe what he went because of his age, but I think he's going to slide into Charlotte eventually perfectly, you know, with Malik Monk leaving. Devontae is going too now. So you do nowadays the NBA is shifting towards you need 2 guard lines. You need 2 2 playmakers out there. And I love Miles Bridges, another fellow Spartan. Yeah. But he's not really a ball handler, a playmaker creator like that. So Bouknight, I think he's a perfect complement for LaMelo. He can play off the ball, he can shoot, but he can also create his own. He's athletic. And I think they're gonna work wonders together. And I think that's a very, very good pick. It might not be rookie of the year, but watch him 4 or 5 years down the road. So that's a guy I'm keeping an eye on the most.
For sure.
Love Bouknight too, man. You know, I'm a huge Melo fan. So Charlotte, I got my eye on them for sure. So we're gonna see a lot of James this year. My guy, I be trying, you know, like you said, Nix, I try not to go with the obvious picks here. I was originally gonna go with Cam Thomas. Love him. I think people saw him if they watched.
Never seen the shot he didn't like.
Yeah, no, seriously. Big shot taker, big shot maker, though. You know what I'm saying? Game basketball is about getting a bucket. That Cam gets a bucket. You know, he know how to do that very well. Sure. But who I really want to highlight, that was honorable mention. I like the kid from Australia with the Thunder, Josh.
Wow.
Giddey.
Wow.
I like him, man.
Giddey.
I really listen. You know, this is my dark horse. I try to go away from, you know, somebody that everybody think about. He nice, man.
Yeah.
He like a point guard out there. He big, like 6'8".
Yeah.
He had 18, 7, and 3. He looked great out there with him, man. He shot like 2 for 4 from 3. You know, he shoots it confidently. It looks like it goes in. Yeah. He sneaky, athletic. He'll go put one down on you. Like I don't know, man. I like him. You know what I'm saying?
He all right. I seen some couple clips to him. It really kind of was weird though. It was like, man, from watching the highlights, and it almost make you start looking at the NBA a little bit crazy, because it's like Josh didn't even make the Australian national team. Like,
that's crazy, but they're good.
I mean,
that still is crazy.
But that is still crazy, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that is crazy, right? But yeah, I think that's a good pickup. Even though OKC gonna be getting blitzed every night.
For sure,
but that might be better for him though. It's no expectations and like nobody's even going to realize. They be like, oh yeah, that's right. Oklahoma City A has a team, and B, oh yeah, that's right. They drafted this kid from Australia.
He gonna get his mistakes and just
they're not good. They're probably not on national television one time this year for obvious reasons. But you know, I'm sure a lot of people, that was a head scratcher with how deep this draft was. So a lot of people are like, Josh Giddey right here, but The organization is high on him, so I'm excited to see what he can do.
He tall. The future is tall guards, tall point guards.
He can shoot it. He can pass it.
Pass it. So that's the way. That's the way. The direction of where the NBA is going.
And Luka just had so much success. I think they definitely want a tall point guard. Them guys, high usage, make good decisions.
I got another guy that I've been I got a huge interest in too. That might be I think he's gonna give Utah a lot of production off the bench, and I think Jared Butler from Baylor is another guy.
He looked really good, man. He's looked really good.
Yeah, he was really putting it on the floor. Like, a lot of times these guys get on these they get on these NBA teams that the perception is always that you're not gonna really be able to, you're not gonna have the ball like that. You know what I'm saying? 9 times out of 10 probably be like a Donovan Mitchell in there, but like I think Utah does a great job where they play two sets of fives. So they bring in another set of five, and with Jordan Clarkson and Joe Ingles, and I think he gonna be nice for what they, because I think Utah did lack a little bit of scoring in the playoffs, even though Donovan Mitchell was hurt. But I think they still need another person that can put it on the floor and create. And I think he's gonna be a nice look for them.
When I was during the tournament last year, Baylor had a really good team, and the focus was on Mitchell.
Yeah.
But when I was watching, I kept saying, "Man, who is this Jared Butler guy?" Because
he led them in scoring though.
Whenever they went to him, he was like, and he plays defense too. Like, he is a pro. And like you said, everybody wants to draft a young 18-year-old with a ton of potential, but sometimes you need to draft somebody that's going to come in for day one and help contribute. Because Utah is right there, and a Jared Butler for sure can help. So no, I'm a fan of his for sure. I like Moody and Kuminga too, though. I do need to add that.
So I like Kuminga a lot, and I'm really scared that he's not going to be able to
really showcase what he got.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to really showcase everything he got, because the Warriors in the position that they want to, they ready to move. They ready to move.
But I think that's why they aren't trading any of these guys. They've had opportunities, because since Durant left, it's like, who's our third star after Clay and Steph, or Steph and Clay?
Yeah.
And you had Wiseman, Moody, all these draft picks they got from D'Angelo Russell, still got Wiggins, and they're like, we keeping these guys.
Yeah.
And you see them in the preseason showing. Yeah. Now you see why.
They actually got a little bit of Warriors got a little, like what they didn't have over the last couple of years. They kind of they got some depth this year. So that should be
Jordan Poole. Shout out to him. He's so cold.
Shout out to Jordan Poole, man. I ain't know he had a package like that.
Boy.
I ain't know he had a package like that, J Redd.
Man. I just been watching him texting y'all like, hey man, somebody, y'all see him
out there balling, right?
That's why they wanted, I don't know if it was an official offer, but Philly had reached out about Ben Simmons going to Golden State, but it was some absurd package back where Kuminga was going, Moody was going, Wiseman was going, and they're like, we'd rather just hold these guys than make that leap. And now you see why, man. I don't blame them. This is the perfect situation for a rookie too, because you play with Steph and Clay, and Draymond. They're going to get them right. So I'm excited about that.
Let me say this though, Art. Is it a great move for them? Because the thing is like the way the Warriors is they trying to win now. And they're a veteran team. You know what I'm saying? For one, they're a veteran team. And I just felt like that Ben Simmons wouldn't be a bad pickup for them, and them getting rid of some of them young cats, because even though they are super talented, I just think that, like, man.
You remember before the Bucks went on their run, they were talking about Giannis going to the Golden State Warriors.
Oh yeah.
So they could have.
That was before he signed that contract, though.
That was. So once he did that kind of quelled that. But I was surprised, because I thought Golden State, after pretty much taking 2 years off with injuries, Durant leaving, that they were going to come back and try and put together a championship roster for Steph and Clay. But it almost looks like, rather than actions, them from them doing rather than telling, that they're saying like, we got these young pieces and we feel like we can develop, like we might keep them for when Steph and Clay get older and Draymond, and once they're out the door, we still have a very solid foundation we can build, which I don't think is the worst thing in the world either.
Yeah. It's, I mean, I
That
don't know.
is about 33, you know.
If you pay attention to a lot of these teams, though, man, a lot of these teams, compared to how, you know, the NBA has always been, like, is very young.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's the trend. That's how it looks nowadays.
It's crazy. It's crazy how young these kids is. Like, I'm talking about all the teams.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but yeah, man, it's gonna be an interesting season. I think this was a great episode, guys, for us to start off, you know, to get this preseason rocking. Let's keep it up. All our listeners, keep checking us out. We'll be dropping 2 a week. And good job, Artie, man, on your first pod, man. How was that?
Hey, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. I didn't really get to crack y'all over the head yet. I'm gonna ease my way into you know, blessing y'all with all this great knowledge and insight that I have. But you know, we gonna get there. We gonna get there. So I'm super excited.
Cool.
You gonna be Skip, I'm gonna be Uncle Shay.
Oh no, never Skip. Never Skip.
Hey man, I'm gonna be real with you, man. I can't watch that show no more, man. But we ain't even. Matter of fact, let's not even get that. Let's leave that. Let's leave that for there. That's J Redd's show though, right there. He love that show.
Oh yeah, Skip his favorite person.
That's it. He love that show. He love Uncle Shay, man.
Hey, my guy, for sure. Shout out, you feel me, Skip. Man, you know, Skip just know how to do what he do. That's all I'm gonna say.
All right, man. Well, hey, man, good talking to y'all, fellas, man. We see y'all on the next pod.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.